Yo, what's up, guys? Great2G here. By far, the most asked question I'm getting in my comments and during my live streams is about the core gems. What do they do? How does it work? So we're gonna do a real quick overview of the core gems. So right off at the start, we see Earth, Fire, Water, and Wind on our left side. Those are our different sides. All that means really is that this side has more wind slots, this side has more water slots, this side has more fire, and this side has more earth. But they share different sides. As you can see, we do have like a pyramid looking device here on the edges. Like earth and fire are next to each other, so you can see those slots are shared. For example, if I take out this socket here, it'll also be empty on the fire side and also on the water side, because that's actually the very top there, so it's on 3 different sides. So that's the most confusing thing, I think, that a lot of people are having trouble with. The other thing is what the gems actually do. I mean, we do have a very basic understanding that, some give intelligence, some give ins, whatever that is, some give con, what does that do? So let's go ahead and talk about what the stats actually do and which classes should use which. We can figure that out by going into our profile over here, and then on the bottom right, clicking the exclamation mark, and then you can see what all the stats are and what they do. So for Soul Dancer, for example, there's M's next to a few, which means for Soul Dancer, con, int, and ins are the only ones that, well, the ones that are the main stats, rather. So, so the fire gems are int. Those int adds a little bit of HP, a lot of magic attack, and a little bit of multi-strike. So for Blade Dancer, Blade Master, and Soul Dancer, for example, we want int and ins mostly, and that's what I have mostly on my character. The water gem is ins, so the water gem adds a little bit more HP, 240, a little bit of M attack, some AP, and cooldown reduction. So cooldown reduction, I think, is a really important thing for Soul Dancers because we have some really long cooldowns. So for my character, as a Soul Dancer, I went primarily for ins, though there are Soul Dancers that also go primarily for int because M attack actually does raise your healing abilities as well as your damage. Okay, and then we have Earth Gems, which raise your con, and that's basically all your defense, 400 HP, physical defense, magical defense, and critical resistance. And then the Wind Gems raise your dex, which adds 240 HP, magic attack by 2, crit by 4, and multi-strike by 4. So that's like that's like for, I would say, if you're playing a DPS like Gunslinger or Assassin, I would go for a combination of int, which are blue gems, and dex, which are green, wind, because you want your base magic attack also to be kind of high. And well, actually, that'll depend on your class. Like for me, it's magic attack, but I think for Gunslinger, this actually raises your physical attack. But yeah, point is you want some flat damage from int, and then you also want some dex for your wind gems for critical chance and multi-strike, because that's pretty important as a DPSer. So yeah, I know that was probably a lot in a little very short amount of time. I'll go ahead and repeat it real quick. So basically, as you go through the different sides, like as you can see, like a lot of sides are shared. Like if you can't go like all fire or all water, certain slots can only have certain gems. For example, here this slot can only have wind or earth. So I went with 2 earth gems for my character because I feel like that's most. I want a little bit of tankability, and I don't think crit is as important for Soul Dancers. I don't know if healing spells can crit in this game yet. I haven't figured that out yet, but yeah, we'll go into that in more depth later on. So yeah, you want to go to whatever side you think you want to focus on first. So for me, I went with water first. Filled up all my gems with water. I put 1 fire gem in there, so I have like a little bit of fire, a little bit of water, mostly water, and then a majority of fire, and then 2 earth gems. And if I were playing a gunslinger, for example, I would start off with fire, mostly fire, and then I would go with wind. Probably like 7 fire, 5 wind, something like that. And yeah, so you basically just have to figure out what you want to do. Like, there's no right or wrong answer here. If you want to be a massive tanky guy and you want to go all earth gems as a gunslinger, you can do that if you want. There's nothing wrong with that. So just go with whatever you feel like you want to do. Yeah, there's no right or wrong here. But yeah, that's the basics of the core gems. And also, if you're wondering like how you do get more gems, you can spend your diamonds on gems and stuff like that. And how that works is you go into the store right here, and then you can see all these gems that you can buy. So for example, right now I can see you want to wait and see if you can get them for 48 diamonds, because as you can see, it's basically random. It's just completely random how much they're going to cost. Sometimes you'll get like maybe 1 or 2 that's 48. It refreshes every 5 minutes, and you can refresh it manually for like 100 gold, so definitely do that. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and buy all these 48 fire gems. These ones here, batch purchase, and these ones too, batch purchase. And then I'm gonna go ahead and force refresh for 100 gold and buy all these ones too. Yeah, so basically don't buy anything over 48. 48 is the lowest I've seen. I'm pretty sure it's the lowest you can get. If there's nothing for 48 and you can't refresh, there's a cooldown on refreshing, so you can just wait for the 5 minutes or whatever. Batch purchase. And one more here. Okay. So that's basically how it works. Don't buy them for anything more than 48 each, or else you're gonna run out of diamonds real quick. I do highly recommend buying the investment thing here for diamonds. If you're gonna spend money, this is one of the most beneficial things. This is why I have so many diamonds, because I bought this, and you get like tons of diamonds every 5 levels. Anyway, that's it. That's the core gems real quick. Not an in-depth guide, just a real quick overview. Hope you guys learned something from this. Hope I helped a little bit. Sorry I kind of rushed it, because yeah, I know a lot of people are really wanting to know about this. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks for all your support the last few days. You guys have been amazing. I'll see you guys next time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and have a good time in Dragon Raja. GG.